Good afternoon, I'm Josh Duncan, and these are some of the top headlines out of the KelownaNow newsroom today. A man accused of setting multiple vehicle fires in Kelowna over the past week and a half or so has been arrested. The RCMP says the 47-year-old was captured by a surveillance camera placing flammable products underneath a vehicle at Kelowna's Audi dealership in the evening hours of October 19th. The man then left the scene and a fire began under that vehicle, quickly engulfing it and spreading to other vehicles before firefighters could arrive and extinguish the blaze. Corporal Allison Consmo says an in-depth investigation led police to the man, and he was arrested without incident on October 23rd, with a search warrant being executed at his home on the same day. Unfortunately, the RCMP believes he struck twice more before he was caught on the same day as well, as they are linking him to two other vehicle fires that were set on Mills Road in Rutland on October 23rd. The investigation into all three fires is ongoing. Kelowna expects to spend $2.82 billion on capital investments over the next decade. That new forecast presented to Council today is from a draft of the city's newest 10-year capital plan. It's going to build on last year's record-setting 10-year infrastructure investment projection of $2.57 billion. City staff told council today that the new capital plan will build on last year's groundwork, but also responds to the challenging economic climate that continues to affect infrastructure projects. According to the report, the $258 million increase between the 2 years accounts for things like inflationary construction cost increases, updated project budgets and timelines, and new emergent projects or projects with increased scope. The newest 10-year plan also includes the feasibility study and design of the Kelowna Performing Arts Centre, which is recommended by the Mayor's Task Force. Transportation, once again, the highest cost in the 10-year plan, with a total of $696 million forecast to be set aside for transportation over the next decade. It was debated for weeks before finally being approved by council, and now complimentary on-street parking for veterans is available in Kelowna. Vehicles displaying a valid BC Veterans license plate will have to go through a one-time registration process with the city to begin parking for free. Free parking only applies to on-street paid parking areas, does not exempt vehicles from other restrictions or violations. It also doesn't get them unlimited parking throughout the day. The posted time restrictions will still apply to ensure fair access and turnover of parking stalls in front of local businesses. There are multiple ways to register if you are a veteran. Check out Cheyenne's story at KelownaNow.com. As you see on the other side of the screen here, check out that story for all those details. New nonstop flights between Kelowna and Cranbrook take flight today. Pacific Coastal Airlines, their new route between the two cities, will see the first flight leave Kelowna Airport today at 5:35 p.m. and land in Cranbrook at 7:30 p.m. It's just a 55-minute flight, but of course there is a time difference as Cranbrook is in the Mountain Time Zone. The return leg leaves Cranbrook at 9 a.m. local time tomorrow, and it's going to land in Kelowna at 8:55 a.m. Pacific time. Once again, time zones, it's not traveling back in time. Those will be the two times as well for all days going forward. The route will utilize the 19-seat Beechcraft turboprop plane. That's a common one for shorter Pacific coastal routes. Kelowna International Airport will celebrate the new route tomorrow as Mayor Tom Dias and officials from both airports will be on hand to welcome the first flight in from Kelowna to Cranbrook and give a few speeches and, of course, cut a ribbon. The new route is actually a return of Pacific Coastal's Kelowna to Cranbrook service. The airline once flew between the two cities between 2013 and 2021. All right, finishing up with a little outside of Kelowna news today. One person has died after crashing their sports car into a home in Prince George over the weekend. Emergency crews were called to the scene around 2 p.m. Saturday after the yellow Corvette plowed into the home. First responders arrived to find a destructive scene. There is a photo in that article, but I guess it's not showing up right now. You'll have to go check out that article to see the photo. Oh, there it is. Yeah, destructive scene for sure. The home had suffered an estimated $50,000 in damage while the sports car was flipped onto its roof and totaled. The two people in the home were uninjured, but firefighters had to use extrication equipment to free the driver and passenger from the car wreck. They were rushed to hospital where the driver unfortunately succumbed to their injuries. The passenger's injuries considered non-life threatening. Right now, it's unknown what caused the crash, and police are not providing any further updates at this time. All right, a quick look at the forecast. 10 degrees, mainly cloudy in Kelowna right now, although there is the odd patch of blue sky out there and a bit breezy as well. Might feel the odd drop of rain over the next couple hours, depending on where you are in the valley. Expect a fairly cloudy night as it dips down to around freezing. It's going to be chilly, and then we'll see some sunshine on a brisk Tuesday morning, but clouds are expected to roll back into the valley and bring some showers with them tomorrow afternoon, and Tuesday's high 8 degrees. That is it for me today, but you can read up on all these stories and plenty more over at KelownaNow.com. Be sure to check us out on social media as well. That is KelownaNow.com on TikTok, KelownaNow on X, Now Media Group on YouTube, and then Facebook and Instagram as well. Of course, Bill C18 has snuffed us out of there, but we're back on there. Best of Kelowna Now is the account name for both Facebook and Instagram. Would love if you gave us a follow there. Have a wonderful evening, Kelowna. I will be back here tomorrow for a look at more headlines. We'll see you then.
We don't just report the news. We live here too. We're your neighbors, bringing you stories that matter to all of us. No government funding, no outside influence. Kelowna Now, local, independent. News you can trust.